My favorite feature has to be the speed and then the way that we can get different light angles just in an instant. It's pretty amazing that we can capture shadows from all these different directions that give us different surface textures just with the click of a button. I'm collecting more information way faster than I ever was able to with SEM. So this has been really extraordinary. So we can see a couple different areas where we have droplets that look like they've formed. So you can see here this kind of droplet off to the side. Everything you can kind of see has this very smooth and rounded texture, just as you would expect in a case of something that turned into a liquid and then turned back into a solid. We have those round, smooth edges. And that's true across the entire surface of this side of the fusible link. You can see down here we've got all of these curves and soft edges. So this is exactly as we would expect, and now we have a really good comparison piece for an over temperature event. And then finally we have our subject. So this is the fusible link that was actually collected from the scene. And so now we're able to see, well, does this look like an overload scenario? Does this look like a melting scenario? Or is it a third option, something else? So if we use the GelSight, we're able to see very quickly that this is something else. This is not melting. It does not have those smooth, soft edges. It's also not overload, because it wasn't just losing the adhesion to the other side of the plate. What we actually see here is what we call solder creep. So you can see all through here these different dimples. There's a lot of ductility. It's a lot of stretching, and you can actually even see some direction in that. I really like this feature of being able to zoom in and out very quickly, even in a live setting. So pretty excited about that. So focus there. So these are all of our dimples that you can see have been stretching out and deforming over time. So in this case, we're able to use GelSight to really definitively show that this was not a one-time overstress event. This was not an over-temperature event that would have caused the solder to melt. This is actually a different case of high stress over a long period of time, causing that solder to slowly stretch and deform. A little bit extra background footage if you need some more type of GelSight captures. Another component that we've looked at using the GelSight was this water filter cartridge. So I wanted to give a little bit of a talk on some of the things that we were able to see using the GelSight here as well. So on the fracture surface, we have a lot of different features on this, kind of a combination of some brittle features and then also some ductility that we're able to see. So using the GelSight, obviously very quickly and easily, we're able to see a lot of different direction on this. So we kind of see that there's radiating lines that are pointing sort of in the downward direction, it's radiating upward. This actually tells us the direction of crack propagation, so it's the direction that the cracks spread. So all of that, all of those lines, those angles are pointing down, and so that is pointing us towards the origin, or where the crack initiated. If we go to the other side, we're able to see similar features all pointing in that downward direction. So that again is pointing us towards that origin. You continue to see that as we work our way down this sample. So we go around the bend, we're able to see again some more direction there. And once we hit this middle point, we're actually able to find the center. So you can see that on the right side of the screen, our lines are pointing to the left, our radiating lines are pointing to the left. On the left side of the screen, they're pointed to the right. And then right in the middle there, you can see that they actually angle upward. That is our origin. So we're able to confirm our specific origin in this case is coming from this area where we have some more ductility. So this to us is evidence that this crack has been spreading for a while. This wasn't a one-time event. Instead, we had a crack that had been forming, propagating through the wall, and then eventually, once it reached what's known as its critical crack length, brittly failed. So all in one point from there, fractured outward and caused our water loss and our damage. Another quick feature that's really nice on these is that you can adjust the light angle. So you can see that as we change that, the textures all really change depending on where the shadows are. So that's extremely useful for us to get exactly the image that we want.